All right, YouTube. Hey, Josh here at Attica Lumber Company. Check out this project right here, 30 by 36, 10 feet tall. In this video, let's give you kind of a brief walk around. Actually, this is Sandusky County, not too far from Fremont, Ohio, for those of you that are familiar with the geography in Ohio. But check this out right here, this 8-foot mono porch. Okay, this is actually a 412 pitch. And you can see this is actually called not a continuous pitch, but actually a dual pitch. Okay, so this is a 412 right here. And then you can see how this breaks down or adjusts down to a 312 pitch there. Right there, so you can see a brown wainscot, a brown sidewall steel. Again, 40-year guarantee on the metal there. But again, an 8-foot mono porch, and again, this white underneath there, liner panel. Now this can come, if you've been following along on a number of videos on this channel, but if you've been following along on this, there's a number of different colors you can get underneath the ceiling. Now, most of the time it's white, but some of these other ones you see gray, tan, and other colors, black even. So, all right, then on the inside we have 3-ply laminated columns. Now exposed here, look at this porch right here, again, 8 foot, all right? And you can see the concrete. We're gonna come back and have our concrete guys knock out the concrete, but you can see those are 6x6s. And why would we utilize a 6x6 versus a 3-ply laminated column? The reason why is this is actually exposed to the weather. You can see that right here, pretty muddy site. Not in a floodplain, although there's some standing water, as you probably see in this video there. All right, so that's why we're utilizing 6x6. You see we got the gutter hung there, downspouts. All right, so let's take a look at this from a different perspective there, but you can see that overhead door trim there. Again, a 1-foot overhang on this building. All right, and you can see right there, as far as if you're looking at this soffit right there, look at the soffit right there. You can see a vented soffit right there, 1-foot overhang. You can see over here, let me give you some perspective. Over here, guys are knocking out, actually almost done with this, but knocking out a little wainscot on the eave right here. But let's go inside here. Kind of give you an idea, again, 30 by 36. So if you want to build this in your backyard or maybe out on your property, again, 30 by 36, 10 feet tall, again, a 10 by 8 overhead door going to be installed here. But doesn't that look pretty good, that overhead door trim? Look at that, what they utilize here. Again, this overhead door can come in a variety of colors, but they utilize the same color here as the wainscot, 3-foot wainscot section. You see that right there. Now, as far as the windows, I'll give you some specs on this. All right, windows on this building right here, 2 3x3 windows with ribs. All right, so let me just pan that over and share with you right there. All right, again, a walk-in door here. Again, a Therma-Tru door. All right, but 2 windows on that. So this is the setup on this. So if you're thinking about, okay, will this look good in my backyard or my property? That gives you some insight right there. Again, 3-ply laminated columns. Again, we talked about this numerous times. I'll go pretty quick here, but 3 pressure points on this. Boom, you can see right here, yellow pine and treated at the bottom. Now, outside on that porch, you saw the 6x6 treated. All right, you can see this is treated at the bottom here. Smooth laminated finger jointed southern yellow pine. You can see that pressure point there, and then also a pressure point right there as well. Again, 30% stronger than a 6x6. And why is that? Well, this is a manipulated, artificially spliced post, okay? That's finger jointed together. 6x6 or a 4x6, we still utilize that. If you've been watching the channel, you see some of our buildings, we don't utilize a 4x6 too much. Every now and then on a smaller building, but a 4x6 could be used on the intermediate, but you definitely, if you're gonna do that, you wanna put the 6x6 on the corner post. All right, so why would a 6x6 twist or 4x6 twist? Well, it's a natural piece of lumber or wood, okay? So that can twist on you. So something to keep in mind there. Again, we utilize a yellow pine top beam header on this one. You can see that actually that's a 2x8. And you can see how we stagger the RSS bolts. Now to keep down the rack, you see how we do this diagonal bracing right here? Those 2x6s that we run here diagonally from the corner to that second intermediate post. And then also right here to keep the racking down, we use corner bracing there from the corner to the overhead door. So to kind of give you an idea from the header, to support this header there, actually we're using a 2x, I believe that's a 2x12. Yeah, it's a 2x12 yellow pine header right there. And you can see how we constructed that right there, all right? So our trusses, again, 4 foot on center. We're utilizing an H1 hurricane tie. Again, about 40 miles actually from Lake Erie, so a lot of winds gust down here And Ohio, like in most parts of the world, but this is pretty windy country around here. Sandusky County, about 40 minutes south of Lake Erie, the Great Lakes. So wind can get pretty strong around this area. So that kind of gives you an idea there. 4 foot on center, H1 hurricane ties to fasten this. And again, we utilize the vapor barrier on this. So, all right. And then house wrap. And the house wrap does have a little R value. It has actually an R value of 1 for those out there. Okay, but really the functional use of functional use of house wrap, keep out the wind and the rain. Okay, a nominal cost, but definitely would advise that. So again, comments always welcome. To the next one, keep it locked, keep it loaded right here, Attica Lumber, and then atticalumber.com.